The reality of trading is you start to trade while you probably have a full-time job. It's a bit harder to balance it out, therefore to definitely make the schedule. A lot of people think you should have a clear schedule to be able to trade well and actually day trade. But we'll share with you, we think what is a better way to trade with a full-time job. We'll give you some tips today. I'm with Michael Tama, of course, full-time trader for more than 20 years, I believe 25 years now. We want to share how to actually make it work with a full-time job. How can you maximize your time? Not spend a lot of time in front of the charts and make it work with your full-time job. If you work from 9 to 5 or 9 to 8 or whatever, we'll make it happen. So why do we start with this? How do you make trading work with a full-time job?
I mean, does anybody work 9 to 5 anymore? So it's 8 to 7 or things like that. First of all, let's break down the walls right here. Can you do that? Absolutely you can. So first is believing that you can do it, right? Having a full-time job and working. And quite honestly, let's get right to it. We actually are big proponents of it because for those we found in our experience who are watching the screen all day, they overtrade, they get impulsive, they make mistakes, they feel they want to catch up and make up for the day. You're working a full-time job, you have a set and forget it plan, and you're good to go. Less mistakes, less headaches, and we have the results that show the people who do that actually have a better track towards their success.
Totally. I mean, for me, I had my toughest time in trading when I went full-time, and I had like all this time to look at the chart and to place trade and to look for good setup, and then you just kind of overdo it. Too easy to try to do too much.
I mean, I'm two decades in here, and I still have that impulsiveness to where I'm like, I'm a trader junkie, let's face it. We're lured. So I do much better being away from the screens as much as possible. Having a full-time job also kind of separates you from that and also allows you to sort of breathe a little better. You appreciate the trades that you're in. Think about that. Like when you have 50 trades a day or even 8, but when you have 1 or 2 or 3 a week, you appreciate those. Like, okay, I know I'm doing the right thing. So let's break the barriers here. Trading while you have a full-time job is doable and actually more advantageous.
I think a lot of traders underestimate how having fewer trades can be a good thing. Like sometimes you think, you got to trade more. The day trader can make more money than the swing trader because it takes more trades in the market more often. Tell me how that kind of plays out and why you could just take maybe a few trades a week and just make enough money or make more money than the day trader.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned, if anybody watched me on YouTube, I'm a big compliance, nut when it comes to executing your plan properly. Well, just the math says that when you're in front of a screen doing it, you're lured by all these things and the quality suffers. So it's not about quantity here, it's about quality. And if you have less trades, but you're doing them more effectively, they just work better. There's less emotional attachment. And you know what? Set it and forget it. We actually encourage those who are working full-time to have more set it and forget it strategies. Because we know sometimes, short-term scalping and stuff, you have a lot of variables that you can do, but really have a set performance, put your order in, let it hit. You have an OCO, stop and a target, let the trade play out. If it has a positive expectancy over time, it's going to do well. You don't need to be in front of the screen. Your performance doesn't get better when you're staring like a little cat in front of that screen there.
That's something I wanted to really move on for a long time in my trading. I used to look at the 1 hour chart, the 4 hour chart, like every couple of hours in the day. And I found it was so good for me, but I would much rather have a trading style where I look at the chart just like once a day. I look at the morning, then I'm done for the whole day after that. I think to me that makes more sense, and I think that's kind of the set and forget. You look at the chart in the morning before you go to work, you look at your trades, you might place a few trades, maybe you don't place any setup that day, then you go on with your day and then you come back the next day.
Yeah, it's really like redefining what a trader really is. We always think trading is, pushing buttons. No, trading is the management of this business that you have. And really 90% of trading, as we know, is letting it just play out. It's really having the patience or walking away. That's part of the business of being a trader, not pushing buttons.
I think to me, the daily chart and weekly charts are the best for people with full-time jobs who don't want to spend a lot of time on trading. I mean, even now, it's all about if you want to maximize your time. You could be at the charts looking for trades or waiting setups to happen, but could you do something else with your time that's more valuable?
Yeah, and take advantage. I mean, a lot of, full-time jobs now are either remote or even at the office, but you have a little downtime or lunch breaks and things like that. You can just get a pulse of what's going on in the markets or checking your positions or, maybe I still have an open order. I'm just verifying I still have an open order. That's managing your trading. That's managing your business and not being there, ready to push the button at every tick. We found it very helpful and it really sort of clears the mind for the trader path. It just, once you start getting into those click, 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 just the results suffer. It's really not a game of discipline and not even patience. It's a game of math. And sort of being away from your desk and having a full-time job really sort of fits that bill very nicely.
I remember back when I had a full-time job, I was working like from 6 a.m. to maybe like 4 p.m. or something, or even 5 p.m. And I used to like hate days where I had like a lot of meetings and I had a lot of like boring work to do. And to be fair, that kind of made me want to go back to trading and actually make it work even more, because I had that full-time job and these boring meetings. It's like, you got to have that plain old stuff times to kind of bring motivation, and you need to make it work with trading. And so it's kind of a funny way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't miss those boring meetings. I mean, they're terrible. I used to have, I'll give you an example. I had a desk. It was right near the window. It was a really nice office. And it was right near an airport, New York, one of the New York airports. And I would watch the planes come land. And I go, wow, I wonder where they're going. Ooh, Thai Airlines. I know where that's going. Wow. And I would just sort of daydream. But really, and then I get the call, say, hey, Mike, we have a meeting in 10 minutes about some stupid audit or something. And I go, that's the motivation to make me want to be a trader. Like, that really was. Sitting there, it's like, how many times am I going to do this? Is this my purpose in life? And watch those planes land and say, I want to be on that plane one day. And you know what? If you have that focus and drive, that's great. So use your full-time job, even if you love it, and we hope you do. But use that as the motivation to want to go to enter our crazy world. I found it very great, and I really appreciate those boring meetings, because it gave me the motivation to be where we are today.
A lot of people are afraid that when they trade at work, their boss will find out or something and like, be mad at them for trading. Actually, that happened to me in the past for sure. What kind of tips do you have for, I guess, trading at work? Do you actually look at the chart when you're at your desk at work? Would you do that, or would you just keep and do it like once in the morning and be done with it?
I mean, we've all done the little tricks. The why is Mike going to the bathroom 15 times a day? But push notifications are the ones that get in trouble. I get the bzz, 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 and like, well, what's going on here? Well, listen, if you're a full-time worker, you don't have to be watching it every 10 seconds. So let's face it. So it's only a few times a day, and you could do it on your own time. But I used push notifications. The old infamous app with the folder on top and stuff. But really, you don't have to go that crazy. I mean, and you know what? I mean, let's talk real. That boss of yours, maybe a nice person, is he really going to get you where you want to go in life? I mean, maybe now, but he or she doesn't have any clue of what your vision is, and really just take control. But respect the work that you're doing. They are paying you. So, but use the tools, use your break times, things like that. It doesn't take much to step out of the office for, once or twice a day or during a lunch break. Really, that's all you need in this business, and encourage you not to look at it too often during the day.
I'd be curious, comment below if you're watching this video while you're at work now. I want to hear how many people are going to actually be at work and watching this in front of your boss, perhaps, or your boss in the background. I'm curious to hear. Comment below, I'm at work or something similar, and then we'll know how you deal with this, but that's cool. One more good tip I want to talk about, so we'll bring this on, how to make it to work.
And this is sort of I'm going to support the full-time worker, okay, and how you can incorporate this into your trading journey. We have found that people who trade with a purpose, or sort of in a state of abundance, and that doesn't necessarily mean wealth, it means desire, passion, a need to want to be successful trading, generally has a better success route than those trading some from scarcity. And when you have a full-time job, it's one of the key things when you're bringing income in to get you on away from the scarcity side into the abundance. If you have a bad trading week, it is what it is, or you have a break-even week, it's okay. But when you don't have other income coming in, it's like, I can't have too many of these break-even weeks, right? But when you have a full-time job, it allows you to breathe. It allows you to take that stop and not worry about it. I mean, we see traders go, I went 1-2 today and I had 2 losses. Who cares, And one of the benefits is if you're working full-time, at least you got income coming in and you don't have to worry about every single tick. So really put you in a state of abundance, and think one day, just like that boss is driving you crazy, you won't have to worry about it too much longer. That's really the goal. But for now, stick to a state of abundance. It'll get you fast-tracked to where you need to go.
Maybe you think you want to make this work with a full-time job, and if so, I really believe the best way is with daily charts and weekly charts. We actually have a new program where we teach that stuff, how to trade daily charts, weekly charts. We did Mike Online together, teaching strategies. We have 2 strategies in it. We'll show you how to do it on daily and weekly charts only. We don't stick to any kind of day trading, which is cool on higher time frames only. And that makes things a lot more powerful for guys with full-time jobs. Eventually, you can scale this up to a pretty good amount. We talk about how to build a portfolio, how to actually make this work with risk management, how to scale this up eventually. So if you want to check it out, we'll put the link below the details. No push here. You can just check it out in your own time if you want to. could be a good way to really kind of maximize it with your full-time job. I mean, there's no point in day trading on trying to like scalp when you have a full-time job. You could do it if you want to do it for real, but I mean, you don't have to spend that much time on trading, and that's just something you gotta kind of come to terms with. Do you want to spend a lot of time trading, or do you want to maximize your time?
And we're living proof of it, all right? I mean, we've gone that journey. So keep it simple. Daily charts, yeah, maybe 4 hours once in a while, but you don't have to do. We don't get paid for pushing the button more. We get paid for making proper decisions and having patience. And this program really focuses on that person looking to take the next step to their success as trading, but doing it with a full-time job.
Check out the link below. All the details will be there. Check out this next video here on the screen if you want to continue watching about daily charts. And we'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon.